Hey everyone, today I want to talk about cash value, and specifically, what do you do with cash value? You know, our process is to take cash value and basically to get into other assets using leverage so that you can produce more cash flow and more tax advantages. So what do? So you can really do anything you want with the cash value. You know, back in the day when infinite banking first started, it talked about using your cash value to buy stuff, buy a car, RV, vacation, and then pay yourself back. That's not horrible, but it's really not going to get you the wealth that you might be, wanting. So what you want to do is you want to go into assets that either are appreciating or producing cash flow and hopefully have some tax advantages. So you certainly can use real estate. Let me just talk about some of the different types of real estate that we've seen people do with their cash value. Multifamily, single family, rentals, obviously, commercial, office, land development. There's a lot of things that you can do in the real estate world. Some have more tax advantages than others. But the idea is to get your cash value working twice. So anytime the money's in the policy, it's going to be growing and compounding based on the insurance company's returns. When you collateralize the policy or take a loan against the policy, the cash value still grows and compounds whether you have a loan outstanding or not. Then you throw it into another asset and now you get to double dip. Okay, so again, real estate seems to be one of the more popular things that people like to do. So just me in particular, I've used it to start a home building company, buy student housing complexes at major colleges, office buildings. There's different things that you certainly can do. The nice part about real estate is you get appreciation and you get depreciation and you get cash flow. By the way, the appreciation, obviously we all like. The depreciation gives us some tax benefits. So we get some tax benefits while the property is growing in value, and cash flow, assuming you bought a good piece of property and it's paying nice rent, good tenants, all that good stuff. Another thing that you can look at are notes. So we have another strategic partner that we work with that gets land notes, and those pay anywhere between 10 and 12%. The terms can be 10, 15 years. And basically it's a note against a piece of property, very, productive, if you will. And again, because you essentially own that property, it has kind of a safety net of the property and the property values in typically really good areas as well. Another thing to consider is what we call equipment leasing. And the nice thing about equipment leasing is it takes advantage of what's called the 179 deduction. So it can dramatically reduce and even eliminate your taxes. We have clients that do e-commerce. And this might be Spotify stores, Amazon stores, anything that gets into some sort of a product sells online, internet sales, so to speak. But there's several strategic partners that we work with in the e-commerce space. There's a strategic partner that we work with that does Bitcoin mining. Now, Bitcoin mining is kind of unique. You want to learn a little bit more about that before you dive in. That's a very good spelling of mining, isn't it? But what it does is Bitcoin mining is just how Bitcoins come to fruition, if you will. And you can own this equipment that mines for Bitcoin and you get paid for the mining. Again, maybe a little bit out of the ordinary for a lot of people, but it's something that you certainly can do. The other thing is just your own business. You might have ways to invest in your business, to grow your business for product, for materials, whatever that might be to help your business grow. The only thing you want to do when you're loaning for your business is make sure that it has some sort of rate of return, and that you treat that money just as well as you would want it treated if you invested it somewhere else. The bottom line is, get that cash value built up as quickly as you can, and then start to use it as leverage. So as you know, from the videos and from my latest book called The 4 Keys to Building Wealth, we talk a lot about time, meaning how much time do you have to keep your money growing. We talk about compounding, which is incredibly important. It's the Einstein's eighth wonder of the world, but compounding interest is huge, and we want to compound for as much time as we possibly can. And then, of course, we want to leverage it so we get the same dollar working 2, 3, 4 times as we go along. And finally, after that, we want to look for some tax advantages. Anytime we can take or get tax advantages that are going to give us either reduction in our income taxes or tax-free income, that's huge. Taxes are the single largest bill that any of us will pay in our lifetime. So the easiest way to build your wealth is just to reduce or eliminate taxes legally and ethically. We don't want to get into any kind of trouble. So these are real simple ways to really grow your wealth and get where you want to be financially. Whether it's retirement, just being able to do what you want, live how you want, being financially free. Using a policy to leverage into other assets is one of the easiest and most productive ways to grow your wealth. So if you want to see how this might work in your situation, reach out to us. We'll create a design for you. We'll show you exactly what would happen with your policy and what you could potentially do with it. And then we can talk about the different strategic partners we have. I do want to point out that the strategic partners aren't affiliated with us. It's nothing we make money from, so to speak. We just have these partners so that we can have solid places to use cash value. So we're constantly scouring and looking for places for our clients to be able to utilize outside investments. So that's it for this video. Any questions, shoot them to dan@wisemoneytools.com. Make a comment below. Come talk to us. We'll create this well-designed process for you as well. That's it. Take care.